Now, there is a reason why I increasingly hold the mainstream media in contempt. It's because they have destroyed the art of journalism and they've replaced it with biased advocacy for the left. There was a time they at least concealed their partisanship. Not anymore. The number of true journalists whose stories and reporting don't tip their hand as to their own political leanings is a very short list. I'm going to give you a simple way to determine if a person in the media has crossed the line from journalism to commentary. If the story is about you or something or someone that you like, and you can tell whether the writer or reporter likes or despises the person being discussed, that is commentary. But when after reading or viewing the story, you honestly can't tell what the opinion of the writer or reporter is, that, my friend, is journalism. Look, we need a fair and objective news media. It's vital to our great republic. The press is supposed to be like referees in a ball game who may privately have opinions, but they keep those subjugated so as to simply state the facts and let the consumer determine what they mean. They're essentially like the guys wearing the striped shirts, trying to keep the game fair by insisting everyone is playing by the same rules. But when the guys in the striped shirts start wearing a team jersey and they openly cheer for one side against another, the game is rigged. A little over a week ago, President Trump signed the USMCA trade agreement, a historic deal that replaced the job-killing NAFTA, and which was so profound that it was actually passed by an 89-10 vote in the Senate. Think about that, 89-10. It was a truly bipartisan bill that had overwhelming House and Senate support from both parties. USMCA stands for United States, Mexico, and Canada, and it fulfills a huge promise made by Donald Trump when he was a candidate. He pledged to get rid of NAFTA and replace it with a trade plan that puts everyone on the same level and stops so many American jobs heading across our northern or our southern border. But how much time did NBC, CBS, ABC, and CNN, and MSNBC devote to this truly major deal that will have great impact on American farmers, manufacturers, as well as you, the consumers? How much? Zero. Not 1 second. Nothing. They never even mentioned it. Oh, they were frothing at the mouth about impeachment, that by any reasonable standard is based on political bias, utterly manufactured charges, pulled from the blue sky, and carried out exclusively by Democrats as an overt attempt to overturn the 2016 election that Donald Trump won. So here's a question. How can you get information that's trustworthy? Let me offer you a few tips. Number one, never take the first breaking news as the story. Too many reporters and networks had rather be first than right. Number two, discount, even disregard stories based on anonymous sources or high-level officials or senior advisors. In fact, so-called whistleblowers, more often than not, are smoke blowers. And let me be clear. I don't care where you get your news and information, even if it's Fox News, where I'm still a contributor. If they're touting unnamed sources or my sources close to the president, I'd tell you this, don't fall for it. It may even be true, but you should demand better. Know where it came from. And number three, if the story doesn't include a credible and knowledgeable named source to balance or counter the story, toss it in the trash. By the way, it's where a lot of modern journalism belongs, in the trash. But in the meantime, the media sure is missing some real important news. And that means so are you. And if we ever see real journalism again, then I'll quit talking about the New York Slimes, the Washington Compost, CNN, which I say is the bottom-feeding catfish news network, or BSNBC. Yes, indeed. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, then subscribe, and hit the notification bell below. Now, if you didn't like it, You ought to find a Ben Shapiro video to detox you with more facts.